Today I'm going to talk about the Toowoomba Carnival fragrance that features in the SENSORI Plus collection. The fragrance is inspired by the celebration of the Rose Festival in Toowoomba. So I've been using the Toowoomba Carnival Detoxifying and Rejuvenating Shower Oil and Oil in Lotion, which is a body lotion. What's really nice about it is it feels like an oil when you're actually using it. There's a very slight amount of suds that comes from it. But when you wash it off, it just feels like you've used a really hydrating soap, and it really makes your skin really soft. Both of them feature the fragrance, which is based on Toowoomba being a place with a lot of rose gardens, and so it sort of celebrates a rose festival there. And you've got the Rose Absolute, lavender, orange, and some rosemary extract in that. What's really great is they've combined that scent into their detoxifying mist as well. So it's a fairly mild aroma, but a really nice one because it's natural and that it's not really screaming at you. And if you're using these products, there's no problem in afterwards applying a perfume if you want to, or just letting it dry down and having a really nice, fresh, quite natural fragrance. I've been carrying the Hydra Detox hand sanitizer around in my bag for the last month or so in the Toowoomba Carnival fragrance. I've really enjoyed it. It's my best hand sanitizer because it leaves a really nice moisturized film on my hands. The scent is really nice, very rosy, and then it sort of dries down with a bit of lavender and orange. On top of that, inside here is the technology, the green technology that the brand has become famous for, the Chloris Pure, which helps to neutralize malodor. So let's say your hands smell a bit foody, or you've had a cigarette or something like that. The Chloris Pure can help to break that down and neutralize it, eliminating the bacterias and just freshening up. The signature unscented mist. I've started using it all the time before I start work, which is often evaluating fragrances and writing about fragrances, especially if I'm working from home, which we all are at the moment. I tend to use the spray to neutralize the air, and I found it really great. From using it, I've sort of started to think about who else could use it in a more practical way. I think anyone with children or pets who might have a nappy bin somewhere, or that may open up the fridge and find an odor. For example, it happened to me after I made kimchi during the lockdown and my whole house smelled of cabbage. Using this spray really helped, especially if someone was going to pop over or anything like that. I always gave the house a little spritz. The unscented, I find that's obviously the one that I use before work, and if you're sensitive to smells and you don't want to add any more smells in the air, that'd be the one I would recommend. During the COVID lockdown, and while we're all working from home and families are all living on top of each other, I think it's really important to have certain rituals that mark certain times in the day. So scent has been really important for me to do this, and one of the things that I've been using is the Waroona Night Air Mist. My expectations were that it would be just another scented lavender chamomile combo. What I like about it is more than that, it's a really nice, almost spritzy combination of citrus oils, lime, bergamot and orange. Then they've added some sandalwood to sort of round it off. And it's a sweet wood scent because it's native sandalwood. You also have ginger, and I really love the ginger. It's got a cozy sort of spiced feel, but it's also nice and fresh. So I would say it's sort of a green ginger, like a raw ginger scent moment when you're going to get into bed. And I think that warmth of the ginger is very much like getting into bed and cozying up with a doona on you. My current favourite, and the one that I've been using if anyone's coming over, is the Macedon Trail, which is inspired by the mountain ranges in Victoria. I just love it because it's so green and so fresh, but yet it has a really nice twist, and that comes from the vetiver, which is one of my favourite ingredients in perfumery because it has a nice green facet but also quite smoky and can be very earthy as well. Then there's a bit of geranium in there, which tends to be a little bit rosy and minty, so it goes really nicely with the vetiver. And then you've got some Australian ingredients, including the blue cypress and also the sandalwood, and some neroli, which gives it a bit of a lift. So it's very easily used. It's very unisex, but I feel like this one's a little bit more of a statement, a little bit more head turning, and definitely has this sophisticated, luxurious sort of, but very green scent to it. If I sprayed it and then people came into the room, I would expect them to say, wow, your house smells really good. So it's a really good one before a dinner party, and definitely a really good gift for Father's Day, men and women alike. It's got a nice sophisticated feel. There's a real buzz about SENSORI Plus since they hit the market, and the reason being is that they have a product in them that's a plant extracted, all natural, and you have Chloris Pure, which neutralise malodor in rooms that might be like a nursery, that where you have a nappy bin, in your kitchen, food smells on your tea towels, near your bins, people with pets, smokers. So with malodors, a lot of the time we mask them. So you're sort of fighting scent with scent, you end up with a lot of scent. With the Chloris Pure, it neutralises and eliminate the toxins and refresh the space by breaking down that malodor component in the air.